So, I actually titled this video blog Scarred But Still Standing. Why? Because I feel that a lot of people go through a lot of different things for different reasons, and man, they really get scarred up, and yet they're still standing. And I often wonder, how we're able to come through situations like this. So let me share a story. I have a min pin. Buddy, come here, Puppy. I have a min pin, right? He's black and tan, and he's about 6 years old. Come here, buddy. Come up so the people can see you. Right? So this is my little dog. Hey, Papa. Say hi, Moo Moo. All right. So that's my dog. All right, buddy. That's it. No, get out. Okay, you're just gonna sit. All right. So this min pin, I've had him. He's literally looking for food right now. But I've had him for 6 years now, and one day when he was little, he taken over. I was holding him like you hold a baby, like on his back in my hands. Okay, bud, you gotta go. I was holding him and just playing, and I accidentally dropped him. Like I dropped him. My heart was like, so let me turn this down. I accidentally dropped him. And of course I was like completely devastated because he slipped out of my hand. But then other times what happened, I would hold him in my hands and he would start panicking. Like his little feet would be all over the place and he's kicking, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? And I realized that he was afraid to be in my hands because I had dropped him before. Now, my little guy is the most little loyal dog ever. He trusts me to feed him, trusts me to put him to bed, trusts me to throw him in the pool so he can swim, but he would not trust me to hold him in my hands without letting him fall. Now, I'm going somewhere with this. I believe that there are those of us who have been dropped in life. Like, could have been once, twice, a million times, but you've been dropped, whether it's by family, by church, by leadership, by friends, associates, businesses, whatever. You just been dropped. They let you down. Something happened that caused a separation, a lack of trust, whether it's your spouse, close friends. And, it was by someone who should have covered you, who should have protected you, who shouldn't have allowed you to slip out of their hands. And it just shouldn't have happened that way. And when I began to think on that, how I dropped my dog and kind of compare it to my life, I realized that, all right, life happens, right? At least I know there's one person who won't drop me, right? And that would be God. And then I started to say to myself, wait a second. God, I don't know. I've been through some things and I don't quite understand why you would allow those things to happen. People say, God, you're just. God is just. He's all these things. But I couldn't understand what and how comes I got abused and I mean like badly. How could he watch that? And then, I was reading one day about what it means to be just. You should check it out. God is so just, he can't even go against his own word. So this is what that means for us. There are things that'll happen in life. He gives us choices. Everyone, the good, the bad, everybody. We all got choices. And sometimes the choices someone else makes can infringe upon your quality of life and your experience. But even in that happening, God can still use the bad decisions of somebody else and allow whatever happened to you to work out for your good. So he's going to do what he does regardless. So you might have been hurt, you might have been stomped on, people trying you, so many different things. He will use your situation wherever you are and allow it, Romans 8:28, to work for your good. And that's what makes me love him, all the more, because all those negative situations that I think about, and I mean, it's bad, y'all. Like, it's bad. I wondered what kind of God would allow that, but then I remember, dude, he allowed his son to die on a cross. Like, that was a lot. And why? Because he's just. Somebody had to pay. And why not an eternal God, which is Jesus? He's eternally paid for our sins. Perfect situation to work for, and it tells you about his character, that he can be trusted no matter how many times you've fallen and they've allowed you to fall. You serve a God that is just, or I hope you serve a God that is just, and he can pick you up from wherever you are. And even times I would think about, why doesn't God just annihilate Satan? I mean, just finish this fool off. But he's just. He said, hey, I'm going to catch him at the end when I throw him into the abyss. Until then, I give you guys choices. I want to commune with you. I want to communicate with you. Just choose me. And he's going to allow you to choose. So I just want to encourage you that whether or not you've been scarred, whether you've been hurt by whomever, know that to connect to God is to connect to someone who's just. And he's going to use whatever you've gone through, whatever your situation is, to work out for your good.